Rory, I'm sure you've been a busy man already in the first 9 days of 2026, talking about Maresca leaving and Liam Rosenior now taking charge. What have you made of everything that's transpired over the last kind of week or so?
No, it's a mess. It's a complete mess. I think Chelsea were once a great institution, and that's obviously not the case anymore. Chelsea were once a football club that would compete only for top-tier silverware. Our ambition, whether we succeeded or not, our ambition was to win the Champions League and the Premier League in the same season. That's who we were. That was what we set out to do. And the way that we went about achieving that was to employ the very best, set the very highest standards. But we're a shadow of that now. We don't employ the very best. We employ people that are completely out of their depth, completely over-promoted, have absolutely no right to get the job that they're in. We buy players that are, let's face it, market opportunities, but poor footballers. If you want to win a league title, you obviously don't sign Jamie Gittins. If you want to win a league title, you obviously don't sign Liam Delap. We aren't. You could. Dario Asugo, David Washington, David Datro Fofana. There are countless players, and then you look at the frailties in the squad. You look at the players that are actually starters at Chelsea. Tosin Adarabioyo, for example. If a Chelsea fan and a QPR fan did a combined 11, QPR centre-half Jimmy Dunn gets in the team. Like, Tosin Adarabioyo is a Championship player at best. He is not a Premier League player. This is who we are now. We employ a manager that doesn't deserve the job. Of course he doesn't. We employ a manager that is about as far out of his depth as he can possibly be. I can't think of an example of a manager that has been so underqualified for a job getting the job. There isn't another Premier League club. If say it went wrong for Daniel Farke, Leeds United, big club obviously, but they've been in the Championship a lot over recent years. Daniel Farke happened to get the tin tag. They're not employing Liam Rosenior. Like, Liam Rosenior would do really well to get the Cardiff job? West Brom job? Chelsea are the champions of the world. He's got a Chelsea job. It's bonkers.
Is this ever going to change, Rory?
Not under this ownership. No.
And can you, if you were to play complete devil's advocate, can you understand why this is there? It's just about making money, and that's it. Is there no kind of middle ground where they can run a football club financially successfully and still be able to put enough money in to try and make it competitive on the pitch?
No, I don't think so. I don't think so, because that's not the priority. What we're not trying to build a good team. If you're trying to build a good team and make money, I think you can do that. But we aren't trying to build a good team. If you were trying to build a team, if you were trying to make the team as good as it could be, what you don't do is sell Noni Madueke, who is in the England squad, and buy Jamie Gittins. If you want to make it as good as it can be, at the very least, you keep Noni Madueke. If you want to make it better, you might sell Noni Madueke, but you buy Eze.
Sure.
What you don't do is sell Madueke, who is part of the England side, and buy Jamie Gittins, who is not getting in a dreadful Dortmund team. That's the problem that we've got. So no, I don't think so. And it sounds quite hyperbolic. When I say it, and I can almost hear myself saying it, I feel like people will hear me speaking and think, oh, here we go, Look at the words from Chelsea's co-owner. Like, look at the words. Jose Feliciano is a Chelsea owner. He's a co-owner of Blueco. He's therefore a co-owner of Chelsea. There is a quote that you will find very easily simply by Googling Jose Feliciano Chelsea quote. And it will tell you exactly what Chelsea's ambition is. He says that the priority is to make a business, a financially secure, profitable business. And the way that you achieve that successful business is by creating a brand, and the way that you create a brand is incidental of winning or losing on the pitch. That's literally a quote. It's all, the brand and the finance all happens in an incidental way. It's got nothing to do, according to this guy, the Chelsea owner, what they're trying to build has nothing to do with winning or losing on the pitch.
That's the nonsense, isn't it, Rory? I mean, I'm not even a Chelsea fan, and hearing that, it just makes absolutely no sense, and I completely understand why Chelsea fans are completely frustrated and completely angry. In terms of Enzo Maresca, were you surprised at how quickly it ended, or did you kind of think that as soon as he was kind of talking out about the ownership and signings along those lines, did you always kind of know it was going to only end one way quite quickly?
Yeah, I think the second that a manager pipes up in that way,
he's done.
it's over. Like, we know that. We've seen countless examples of that. You've basically got 24 hours from the second that you declare war on your ownership. And when Maresca did it, it could only end one way. When Amorim did it, it could only end one way. Sam, just going to change direction to touch, go back to the point I made about Feliciano. I just want to read you the quote verbatim. Ultimately, what we're trying to build is a long-term sustainable business that can increase in value significantly. And that means a lot more than winning or losing on the pitch. That's a direct quote.
Yeah, and I have to say, that's an absolute disgrace, because there's Chelsea fans, and you're one of them. There'll be Chelsea fans that save up their whole week's money to go and watch the game at the end of the week. Season tickets are expensive. Chelsea fans
and what are we doing it for?
And that is an
absolute... We're not doing it to make billionaires richer, are we?
No.
That's not what our dream is. We're not dreaming.
No, you're going there because you want to share the big moments, winning those trophies and competing. Yeah, that quote there is an absolute disgrace. That's not football. That's business. And that is, always people talk about, we've got to be careful what sort of ownerships we let into this country.
Fit and proper person test. How can that be?
That's a better phrase there. That is not fit and proper.
How can that
that's
be?
That's rinsing Chelsea fans and mugging them off. And that's not acceptable.
I completely
for
agree.
Any owner.
It's actually bonkers. When you hear it explicitly spoken about like that, like, how does it not then become a matter for, like, the safeguarding of the game? How can you take a club off? And look, you can explore the reasons for who passes a fit and proper person test.
And there are obviously worse, we should say, obviously.
But if that is fit and proper, so what are your motivations for buying Chelsea? Is it to, like, Chelsea are obviously a proud institution, a footballing institution in the country, a footballing pillar of London, a club that has been proud in its community since 1905. If you take the reins and you openly state that all you really want to do is make money from that institution, how can you be considered fit and proper for the job?
But there's even that quote at the end there where he implied or said that winning on the pitch isn't important.
It doesn't matter.
Like, even if he said both's important, then you go, then okay.
You have to actually have quite a lot of respect for Feliciano himself.
For the honesty.
But he's played. He hasn't even paid us the courtesy of lying to us.
He
hasn't even.
And then gone and signed Jamie Gittins and gone that show.
He hasn't even bothered lying to us. He's just gone, no. This is about us making money. And we've kind of given him the reins and gone, yeah, okay, great, good luck. And that's why he's employed Liam Rosenior, because Liam Rosenior will toe the party line. He's already proven he's a company man. Like, he doesn't have to give his bank details in. He's literally a company man.
Sure.
So the reason he's got the job isn't his sporting merit. It's that he will be the yes man that the sporting directors need.
And therefore,
no other manager
appointing any top manager is out of the question.
Yeah, because no
Thomas
good.
Tuchel's not going to come back.
Oh,
and say yes.
Sam. Do you know? You're right. Of course, you're right. No top to top manager. Tuchel doesn't. But name a manager in the Premier League that you don't rate. They don't work in these parameters. Like, whoever manager you consider to be, like I don't rate Martí Cifuentes. I don't think he's a particularly good manager. He wouldn't work for these. He wouldn't work. He wouldn't have sporting directors telling him to rotate players. He wouldn't have sporting directors marching into the changing room after a draw at home. He wouldn't have sporting directors dictating exactly who plays, what minute, what time, and being told to rotate. And he's not a manager that Chelsea should look at. But he's a better manager than the manager that we've got.
Yeah, I mean, that is, to have that amount of control taken away from you as a manager and expect. I mean, are you basically almost just there to put out the cones on a Monday morning?
Well, do you know why? Do you know who gets the job? The reason that you get the job when you're in that situation, the reason it has to be somebody like Rosenior, is because he is so grateful to get the job. He's going to earn more money now than he could have possibly dreamed he was going to earn.
Sure.
That he will toe the party line. And it doesn't really matter how good he is at the job. It would be like asking me to do it. I would be a terrible Chelsea manager. But if they told me to do it, I would be so grateful with the ludicrous riches and amazing position that I was in.
To everything. Rest Cole Palmer,
yes,
no worries.
Rest Cole Palmer, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I tell you, I won't even rest him. I won't even play him.
I'll leave him at Cobham.
I'll leave him at home. Yeah. So this is what I think you have to do now when you're thinking about Chelsea, is redefine us. So in your head, I guess you're younger than me, but similar age. You probably of a generation that only really knows Chelsea as a successful winning club, right?
I think in my mind, I remember around 03-04 when I'm sort of 8, 9 years
when we
of
beat
age,
Liverpool in that
first
fixture,
time I remember proper
Jesper Gronkia.
And then obviously a year or so after that is obviously when you won that league title.
Yeah, so
winning a Bolton. I know
and
Chelsea
anyone
as a
your
team
age
that dominates English football.
You only know Chelsea as a winning institution. What you need to do is not, to a lot of people when I have this conversation, to like people my age, I can say you need to think about Chelsea prior to Bates' revolution that involved Glenn Hoddle. You need to think about it prior to that. Ian Porterfield's Chelsea. You now need to. You can't do that. You can't draw on a lived experience. You have to completely redefine the word. Like, go to your OED and redefine what Chelsea are. Like, in your head, Chelsea are a winning footballing institution. That isn't who we are anymore.
One more final question. While Chelsea are obviously nowhere near what we just said Chelsea used to be in my early lifetime, given that Chelsea are playing the Champions League this season, did win the Club World Cup, and sure, I appreciate you dropped a few places in the league table before that Fulham game. Before that Fulham game, I think you were 4th or 5th in the table, weren't you? Which is in a current Champions League spot.
We're in a terrible vein of form, though.
I'm sure,
terrible.
One win and 8 in the league.
Yeah.
Given everything we've just discussed, and you've articulated it really well about what Chelsea are now under this new ownership, are you almost surprised then that on pitch results have maybe not been possibly as bad as what maybe some people might think, given everything you've just said? Like, do you understand my question? Are you almost doing slightly better than maybe what you should be, given the way they're running the football club?
We've won 1 in 8, so it is quite bad. What I would say is, though, there are a lot of good players at the club. Chelsea will always win a certain amount of games. Like, when any English club plays in Europe, and I don't say this with joy, basically every English club, when they play in Europe, with an exception of about 6 sides from the continent, the English side should win. Like, the English side should win the fixture that they're in. It's almost a gimme. Unless Liverpool are up against a top team, an Inter Milan or above,
but
should win.
Chelsea's next
we're
game,
Napoli, aren't we?
And Paphos at home.
Paphos we beat.
Yeah. Napoli away, maybe not so much.
Napoli, I just think Antonio Conte. Like, you got to think. Of course, Chelsea are likely to win that game. The best player in the team is Scott McTominay. Like, of course, Chelsea should win that. But Antonio Conte is one of my favourite ever managers. One of the best managers Chelsea have ever had. He's a genius. I don't think play a game with me. Can you name a title win that is more down to managerial brilliance than Conte's Chelsea 2017?
And we remember that game when you were playing Arsenal away, you were getting beat 3-0 at half-time. Was it changed to a back 5 and the rest is history, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So the reason Chelsea won the league, that you can make an honourable mention about Kante or Costa or whatever. But the reason that Chelsea won the league was Conte.
Yeah.
I don't think there's been another league title win that has been so down to, obviously, the manager taking some average players, Alonso, Moses, and just elevating them into a title-winning machine in the way that Antonio Conte did.
So do you almost think on paper that team might be one of the worst teams to won the Premier League in terms of quality, 1 to 11? Yeah.
In terms of, it was one of the worst. The season before it finished 10th.
Yeah, sure.
The season before it finished 10th. I mean, Michy Batshuayi, kind of a bit of an icon at Chelsea.
They scored the winning goal that year, West Brom.
Yeah. Like, he's terrible football, terrible. But because of Conte's brilliance, he made him a title-winning player.
He gets the best out of everyone around him, doesn't he?
And that's what Conte can do. So I expect us to struggle in Naples, but we'll beat Paphos and we should just about be fine.
But will you struggle at the Valley tomorrow night, live on talkSPORT?
Potentially. I think if you're looking for an upset, and I love the Cup, right? If you're looking for an upset,
that'd be a good upset.
You look at QPR going to West Ham, and I think they're taking about 9,000 fans over there.
Sure.
And then you look
You like QPR, don't you?
No, I hate them.
Oh, do you? You mention them a lot on this show.
A lot of my mates. I know about QPR because a lot of my mates QPR. No, I desperately.
Are they going up this season?
I check QPR's results.
Well, I hate watching them.
Yeah, I check their results. Like, in the Championship, like, when I check results, I basically support like 4 teams every week. I support Chelsea, then I support whoever Arsenal are playing.
Yeah.
Then I support Man City.
Sure.
Then I support whoever QPR are playing.
Supporting West Ham this weekend.
Yeah, 100%.
3 points off the playoffs.
Yeah, I know, but it's a misleading league, though, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're 3 points off the playoffs, but they're probably 3 points off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.